Every club dreams of starting the season strong. A full squad, a fresh sense of optimism, and star players ready to deliver. But for Tottenham Hotspur, that dream has shattered before the first whistle. In the space of days, they've lost their creative heartbeat to a devastating injury, waved goodbye to a club legend, and been humbled on the pitch. Now, with the clock ticking on the transfer window, Spurs are in a desperate race, not just to find replacements, but to rescue their entire season. If you've enjoyed the content and want to keep up with all things Spurs, subscribe to the channel and stay ahead of the story. Fresh analysis, breaking updates, and no-nonsense football talk every week. For Spurs, the alarm bells started ringing when James Maddison was stretchered off in their pre-season draw against Newcastle and South Korea. The early diagnosis confirmed the fans' worst fears: a ruptured ACL, meaning months on the sidelines. Maddison joins Dejan Kulusevski on the injury list, while Son Heung-min has already departed for the MLS after lifting the Europa League trophy. Manager Thomas Frank has been quick to reinforce other areas. Mohamed Kudus has arrived, Mathys Tell's loan move was made permanent, and João Palhinha has joined from Bayern Munich. But none of these players can replicate Maddison's unique creative influence in the final third. That's why Spurs have turned their eyes to Manchester City, and not just one, but two of Pep Guardiola's stars. Jack Grealish has emerged as the headline target. Once the most expensive British player in history, Grealish's time at City has been a mixed bag. Flashes of brilliance overshadowed by limited minutes and fierce competition for places. Now 29, he is reportedly open to a move for regular football ahead of next summer's World Cup.
Sources suggest Spurs have already made contact with City over a potential deal, leapfrogging Napoli in the race. City are open to both loan and permanent offers, but the stumbling block could be Grealish's £300,000 a week salary. A loan with a wage compromise may be the most realistic route. The idea of Grealish in a Spurs shirt has its backers. Former Watford striker Troy Deeney calls it the perfect landing spot, insisting Grealish would be an upgrade on everything they've got there. With his versatility to play both wide and centrally, he could fill gaps left by both Maddison and Son. But Grealish isn't the only name on the list. Spurs are also keeping tabs on Savinho, the 21-year-old Brazilian winger who lit up City's campaign with 11 assists last season. His flair, unpredictability, and creativity in the final third have caught Tottenham's attention, especially after City secured the signing of Ryan Cherki from Lyon. Landing Savinho will be trickier. Unlike Grealish, City aren't actively looking to sell him. Pep Guardiola sees the youngster as a key part of his evolving squad. That hasn't stopped Spurs from admiring him, but a formal approach has yet to be made. Meanwhile, Tottenham's recruitment search doesn't stop at City's dressing room. Crystal Palace's Eberechi Eze remains dream target, though his $68 million release clause and Arsenal's interest make a deal complicated. There's also 20-year-old Argentine talent Nico Paz, currently at Como in Serie A, whose versatility and creative spark have impressed Spurs scouts. Still, the urgency is clear. Spurs' UEFA Super Cup clash against Paris Saint-Germain is looming, and Frank knows he needs reinforcements before the Premier League campaign begins. Champions League football offers a tempting lure for potential signings, but the deals must be done quickly. Grealish would bring experience, Premier League pedigree, and a winning mentality from his time at City. Savinho would inject youthful energy, dribbling magic, and a fresh attacking dimension. Either signing would send a statement to the league, but landing both could completely transform Spurs' prospects. For now, Tottenham fans wait, watching the rumor mill spin, knowing their club's ambitions hinge on what happens in these final weeks of the transfer window. In football, a season can be defined before it even begins. And for Spurs, the defining moment might just be whether Jack Grealish or Savinho walks through the doors of Hotspur Way.